you.
Next up, we have Tonya Shellnut. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Tonya Shellnut, and I come to you today as a mom. I come to you as a mom of 5 and as one representing the many families who have and are struggling with the issue of marijuana use in their families and are afraid to speak up about it due to shame. Shame of how people will perceive them when we share that our child is using marijuana. Shame to share that our child tells us that he hates us because we're trying to help them. For trying to help, there's a lot of shame associated with that. Shame in the family that's struggling with the addiction. You see, that's our story. One day my son was outside with some friends. He came inside and he smelled heavily of marijuana. And I said, "Son, are you smoking marijuana?" And he denied it. And we began drug testing him and going through the process of trying to help him. They would hide the drug test by getting clean urine to pass their drug test. They then would go on to smoke a vape THC and have the test come up positive. And we tried so many different things. And growing up, it's important to know that our son was very happy, very go along to get along child, and very, one of 5, and was an excellent student and an excellent athlete. And when he started down this path, my son went into one of the darkest places I have ever seen as a mom. He was depressed. He wanted to commit suicide. He didn't want to live. And so when I stand up here to tell you today, it was devastating to worry about whether or not my son was going to take his own life. We even lost 2 kids in our community to fentanyl-laced marijuana, and that wasn't enough for my son and his friend group to stop. You're going to hear many today to talk about how this is just medical marijuana, and I sympathize with that. I had a daughter who had epilepsy from the time she was 13 months until she was 9, with thousands of seizures every day, and it's very scary. But what is more scary is that we're taking our children down a path and allowing them to have more access to marijuana than they should. We see what happens, the devastating effects in studies that happen to their brains. And we should not be taking action that it's going to make it easier for our kids. I'm asking you to protect our children. Please don't take South Carolina down this dangerous road that leads to further mental health issues for our children. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for being